Okay, we'll start out. I'll let Tyus go first. You can ask him the questions. Obviously, we're happy to get in the tournament after last year. It was so disappointing. To be able to get there this year was great.
Ty, what's your immediate reaction?
Man, I was so excited. Honestly, going into it, I wasn't really sure. Could have went either way, but when they announced my name, I was so excited. Our team worked so hard just to get an opportunity to have a chance to do this. It's great.
You mentioned that Ty, you guys overcame so much this year, the injuries, everything else, and you're rewarded for that, for getting those wins. From that point, how satisfying is it?
It's amazing. I mean, this team plays with so much heart. I mean, every game, no matter the score, we just kept on playing, and we were rewarded for that this year. Um, so it's an amazing feeling.
What have the last few days been like, Ty? Have you paid much attention to what's going on? Have you just sort of tried to block it out of your mind? Or how did you approach the last few days?
I honestly try not to look at it too much. I try not to look at it too much. I mean, I saw teams lose, teams win. My roommate Matt, usually told me what was going on. I didn't really look at anything that was going on ESPN or Twitter or anything like that. But yeah.
And what have these last few practices been like?
It's just been a lot of up and down, going up and down, just making sure we're in condition and stuff like that. I don't think anyone knew what was going to happening up to this point today. So we were just making sure we were in shape for games and stuff like that. So.
Missing out on last year, obviously, going to the tournament is what you hope for. What do you think it's going to be like? What do you expect it to be like on Wednesday night?
Man, honestly, I haven't really thought that far yet. I'm just looking forward to playing Arizona State. They're a good team. I know our coaching staff will do a great job with the scouting report and stuff like that, and that's all I'm thinking about.
What was the feeling like in that room when you saw your name come across that screen?
It was absolutely crazy. People were pushing each other over. It was hugging. It was amazing.
Can you compare that feeling to last year?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit better. Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
I think the locker room was the most excited I've ever seen our players in all the years we've been in there. Most years you think you're in or you are in, but this one, when you're on the edge like this, it's one of those things where, everybody jumped. It was a great feeling. Thinking back on it, going into it, last year the thing that hurt us, we didn't win it on the road. One of the strong criteria for the committee this last 2 years has been, road wins. And last year we didn't have really any non-conference. We lost to Connecticut neutral, Georgetown at home. Got beat pretty badly in the ACC Big Ten thing, and then only won it 2 games in the league in the road. So and they were bottom teams last year. So to have the 2 wins at Louisville and Miami this year, Miami ended up being one of the better top teams in the league. I think that helped us. That we didn't have those bad losses earlier. We won at Georgetown. We beat Connecticut. We didn't have those bad losses that we had earlier last year. We had the better home wins last year, but we didn't have the road wins. Our strength of schedule was better this year. Our non-conference strength of schedule was great. Buffalo really obviously helped us there, the way they play. They're a really good team. When you beat a team that's in the top 30 in the RPI, if the name was different, everybody'd be excited because it's Buffalo. They don't, but you still got to beat that team. They were really good. Hard to get all the way into the top 30 RPI when you don't have that many games to play. So, those games helped us. But I think overall our strength of schedule, something the committee has always talked about, we've been criticized for in the past. But of all the bubble teams, we had just about the strongest non-conference strength of schedule. and obviously the conference is very difficult. So I think that helped us. The road wins, the 2 road wins really helped us. We had, 6 wins against teams in the tournament. So I think all those things played out. It was very close. When you look at the teams that didn't make it and the teams that did, it's very close. It's very close between all the teams, the 3 or 4 teams that got in and the 3 or 4 teams that didn't get in. Obviously, our win against Louisville, we had roughly the same profile, so that win, made the difference really. But it's a great feeling to be in it when you come so close last year and don't get in. It's so disappointing. This team has done everything you could ask them to do. We could have squeezed a game out here or there where we had opportunities, North Carolina State, Notre Dame, but you're going to lose some of those close games. But they had to win the last game here against Clemson. Clemson's a very good team. And then we had to go down and beat Wake Forest, which had beaten us. So, again, this team, we're happy to be playing. Arizona State was in the top 5 in the country at one stage this year. They're a very good basketball team, and but we're happy to be playing. We've had a couple pretty good practices. We thought we would be playing Tuesday or Wednesday in some tournament, so we had 2 really good days of practice. Did a lot of running, but I think that we'll be ready. We'll be ready Wednesday night.
How difficult is it to make a schedule, like to get the sort of the right components to be in a position right now to say our schedule was good enough to get in?
Well, we're trying, you try to. It worked out good for us that Toledo and Buffalo and Eastern Michigan, Oakland slipped a little bit, but those teams all were good teams. Maryland's a good team, even though they didn't get to the tournament. They were a good team. You're trying to schedule games like that. Georgetown didn't have a great year, but they were pretty good this year. Connecticut slipped. They're the one team that slipped of the teams we played. But we didn't have anybody in the 300s. Cornell and Colgate were pretty good this year. They were 200s. They weren't 300s. You have to avoid games playing somebody in the 300s, and then the teams you do play, like Buffalo, until they have to play well. I'm surprised that our number's that high with looking at the teams, but I'm not going to argue about it. We knew when we played, we had to play our butts off. We played some of our best basketball against Toledo, against Oakland, and against Buffalo. We played really well in those games. Of course, St. Bonaventure figures in there. They had a great year. Kansas, obviously, is a pretty good non-conference game. We played, 5 or 6 games against 1 or 2 seeds in the tournament. Kansas, Virginia, Duke, North Carolina. That's 6 games against 1 and 2 seeds. So, those are 6 pretty good losses, if you want to say it that way. Against the rest of the teams we played, we won 20 and lost 7. So the schedule, that part of the schedule was very difficult. Those teams are tough to beat. But again, I think this team did as much as you could ask them to do, really. And if Pascal was healthy all year, if he'd have gone down or something like last year, we would have struggled to win many
How much
games.
basketball did you watch over the last 3 or 4 days? And were you doing the numbers and trying to see if you were still in?
I thought we were close in spite of the fact they had us so far, some had us so far out, 8th out. So I think I read somebody had us in today. I don't know who it was, CBS. But
CBS.
yeah, I'm surprised. He was the smartest guy, I guess, this year. But I thought we were going to be close when Davidson won today. I thought that might be us. But I thought we were in the 2 or 3 there, close. It was a couple teams that got in early, I thought we were better than them, but that happens, you know. When Notre Dame went by, Louisville and Notre Dame went by, then I thought we had a chance. That's the first time I thought we had a chance, when those two teams went by.
You know, you talked, you mentioned about Pascal's health, and what is the health of your guys? Is Frank sick? or-
He's sick. He'll be all right tomorrow.
All right, in terms of everybody else, how is everybody's health?
Everybody else was fine. Everybody else full speed, both practices.
When we saw the video of the reaction in the room, when you're there and seeing that reaction,
Well, I was right along with him. I was just outside the video. I was just out on the outside of the. It was like I said. I think it was the best reaction we've ever had in that room. All the years we've been coming in here, quite a few of them we were probably already in, so it wasn't a big deal. But that was a great reaction.
So tell us exactly how Coach reacted. Did you see him?
He was in the huddle over there. He didn't see. He was over in the huddle.
you have to turn around and play real quick.
Well, no, actually, we're good. I mean, we haven't played since Wednesday, so we're good.
In terms of scouting and preparation.
I've seen Arizona State play 10 times this year at least. It's one advantage of staying up late and watching games. I've watched them all year. At least 10 times I've watched them play. We'll have tapes in. We'll watch it tomorrow and Tuesday. So we have plenty of time. We've had the most rest we've had, except I think one stretch of the season where we had 7 days. So we'll be as ready to go as we've been all year. It's great.
What have you seen from Arizona State? What did they do?
Well, they're really good. They were in the top 5 in the country early in the year. They'd won at Kansas. They'd beaten a couple big games. They won a couple of huge games early. And you watch them, their guards are great. They really have tremendous guard play. They shoot it really well. You know, they're a really tough, physical basketball team. But we're happy to be in, happy to be playing. I think there was 1 or 2% of our fans that thought we were going to get in. Nobody's sitting here, but 1 or 2 of them. We'll see you Wednesday.
I'll send out